Hi, my name is Shanesterling. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I wanted to talk about why a raw vegan diet has real political power. I went vegetarian at 17 years old, and I am 45 years old now. That means I've been vegan for 28 years of my life. I have had some times when I've reverted back to meat and dairy over those 28 years, but deep down in my soul, I've always known that I'm not supposed to be eating animal products. I've always known that I am a vegan at heart, and that my alliance is with a different version for how humanity can be, a different version for our level of compassion and insight and desire to be the best that we can be stewards of planet Earth, be conscious and aware of all sentient life on planet Earth, and actually uphold the value of life and really be in service to all life on planet Earth. That means animal life, plant life, and the planet itself. The reason I believe a vegan lifestyle and a raw vegan lifestyle has political power is because when we stop participating with the mainstream narrative that we've been fed our entire lives, the food pyramid, the education system, the monetary systems, and banking systems, the government systems, all the systems in place that we're supposed to go along with and participate with and give our power to and say, oh, well, they take care of us. As long as I pay my taxes, I'm taken care of. That kind of paradigm, in my opinion, comes into serious question when we take on a raw food diet or any sort of alternative outlook on the world. And at 17 years old, for me, I decided to go vegan because I felt like it was the only way I was going to have any power or say in what I was experiencing in the world. I didn't like to see animals being treated the way they were. I didn't like to see people in such chaos and disease and violence and poverty and war. And I knew that if I didn't support those things with my dollar, I wouldn't be experiencing them in my life. So even at 17 years old, just a kid, I started to have a real sense of personal responsibility in my life, and I acted on it. And I believe that if each one of us was to act on our own personal responsibility and how we showed up for ourselves and the world by not participating with cruelty and unconsciousness and devastation and pollution, that we would be able to change the world instantly into the world that we wanted to see. We need to vote with our dollar, and we need to vote with the way we act. So the way I act is I only eat 100% raw living foods. I eat fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds. I don't eat sugar. I don't eat refined carbohydrates. I don't eat coffee or alcohol. I don't eat meat, dairy, or eggs. I don't contribute to any of those industries. The sugar industry is a huge force on planet Earth, and I believe that there's a lot of evil behind the power of sugar, and I believe there's a lot of evil behind the power of factory farming of meat and dairy and eggs. And I believe that there's a lot of evil in all of the institutions that keep us limited and keep us unsure of who we are. If we rise up in our own power, we make all the choices for ourselves, and we make all the choices for who we want to be in the world. We make all the choices for the world we want to create right here in this moment. In this moment, I'm going to act in accordance with the vision I see for the future of planet Earth and the future for humanity. That includes a compassionate, kind humanity that is the stewards of animals, that love animals and take care of animals and take care of the planet and don't pollute and don't exploit. So if I support any industry that exploits, that might be, all of them. Look, let's be honest. All the industries that exploit and pollute on planet Earth really should come to an end. And the only way that we can do that is to stop participating with them. So I stopped participating with meat, dairy, and eggs at the age of 17. I've been doing that for 28 years. I believe that every human being needs to go vegan as a baseline for how we operate. And that simply means not supporting industries that exploit for profit and exploit the bodies of living animals. Those bodies of those animals that are slaughtered for food do not belong to us. We don't have any sense of reverence and compassion and a mutual understanding with those animals. We basically just take what does not belong to us, and that has serious consequences in our own self-esteem, in our own self-worth, and how we see ourselves in the world. So real political power is seeing ourselves differently in the context of the world, realizing how much power we have, realizing how much influence we have with how we eat, how every choice we make, how we vote with our dollar. So that's real political power. Voting at the polls is an illusion of political power. Those are structures that are set up to undermine humanity and undermine our power. Even if we vote on a local level within our local governments, we're still voting for systems, local systems that are still part of bigger systems and part of bigger systems. It's part of a pyramid and it's compartmentalized. So even down at the local level, at the base of the pyramid, it's still part of the whole structure. And at the top of the pyramid are those who wish to exploit humanity and exploit animals and exploit planet Earth. So as long as we're participating with any version of that system, I believe we are disempowered in our political power. And when we step outside of those systems by making different choices with the way we eat and different choices with the way we live and the different choices with our intentions as to how we show up in the world, that's when we actually can look at the real political power that we have differently and more accurately, I believe. So that's really what it takes, in my opinion. I think that being vegan is the first step. I believe that treating ourselves extremely kind with raw food, the healthiest lifestyle possible, getting all of the toxins out of our lifestyle, getting all of the junk foods, all of the sugar, the refined carbohydrates, all of the alcohol, all of the caffeine, all of the chemicals and preservatives in our food, all of all of the food that lines the stores and the shelves in the grocery stores are just basically junk food, and it provides no nutritional value to our bodies. It provides no nutritional value to our higher consciousness and how we feel connected to everything around us. For that, we need to eat raw living foods that have the biophotons and the electromagnetic energy and the electrons that come from the sun. The light energy in the food actually tells us who we are supposed to be. It reminds us of what our true power is and what our true place in the world is. Raw living foods do that. They can be liberating from the systems that control us, liberating from our own slavery and own exploitation. So that's real political power, is stopping the cycle of slavery and exploitation. So I'm here to call that out and to state that directly, that if you want to be empowered in your life and you want to be someone who is not exploited by the system and have real sway, real political power in your life, quit the animal products, get off the junk foods, and eat raw living food. The sunlight energy is who we are supposed to be. That is our creator, and that will inform you step by step. The more raw living foods you eat, the more information you will get as to who you are supposed to be and what you can do in the world to make a difference. The information is in the sunlight energy, the information is in the electromagnetic frequency and the biophotons of living food. That's where it is. So that's my call to action. Anyone interested in having real political power needs to get off the animal products and the junk food. Step up, wake up to raw food, and eat the raw living foods to fuel your mind, your body, and your soul. So that's my message. Thank you for being here on this video. I appreciate it very much, and I will see you in the next one.